poverty, welfare, racism, and disability, poor women created art with the goal of resisting and reclaiming the racist and classist mythologies about poverty and the criminalization of poor people in America. Let's put it up for the welfare queen.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Give it up for GenderKrip, for Leroy Moore, for Joy Alon, for Adrian 420. Beautiful, amazing, fabulous ASL translator who's a performance in and of itself. Thank you very much. So we're just gonna do something we call our slam bios and explain a little bit about who he is, and then we're gonna drop a piece. And we're gonna do an honorarium piece tonight. But I just want to say before we start that tonight's performance is in honor of our sister Lori McElroy, for without whom there'd be no welfare queens, and was one of our original OG queens, and died because poverty kills. Poverty kills poor mamas, poverty criminalizes poor mamas, and poverty would like to test, arrest, and incarcerate every poor mama they could get. So I want to say Ibaye to Lori McElroy. I want to thank to our sister, our beautiful sister Juju, for bringing that opening Ifa prayer. Sister Lori was just on the cusp of bringing herself back to her African roots when she transitioned. But we all know trauma kills too. And we about real talk at the Welfare Queens. We ain't about bullshit. So I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody with the realness right now, but that's what we always bring. So with that said, we love you, Lori.
Yes.
We love you so much.
Sure.
Eli, yay. And with that, we're dedicating tonight's first Welfare Queens back with and to her. And I'm going to read a little bit about of her work a little bit later in our piece. But first, again, we're going to start it off with our slam bios and then spit a piece. So I'm gonna pass the mic to my sister, Queen Nandi, for the slam bios. Take it away, fam. Each of us will do one.
Hey, oh, it's windblown. Nike's been strong. Tossing barrel rolls, life don't King Kong. Bringing a big storm. Ignorant been warned. We keep on going crazy. Another Prince song. I am Queen Nandi, that sister that suffer from PTSD, ADD, ADHD, GOD, or poverty, any kind of DD you can name. I am dyslexic. You cannot judge me because I read my books backwards and I can only understand a map when you turn it upside down. Don't judge me. And I don't look at it as a disability because they are dissing our abilities to stand strong up in this motherfucker. You heard?
Oh.
I am a sister from SFC, from the strong queen. Her name is Carol X. She was the best. Suffering in the streets until the line and my Cambodian king is over there deported right now as we speak. So I gotta just not fight for me, but I gotta fight for the whole damn world. Kick it to me now.
Woo.
Just want to say my name is Vivi T. I'm on the Singapore magazine, former and always on the edge to be again a welfare queen. Because in this age of gentrification, aggravation, and desecration of our communities, we ain't got no immunity. And that is how we have to be. But oh, no, because hopefulness is in the place to be. Vivi T on the Singapore magazine piece.
I'm Audrey Candycorn, a grieving yet breathing mother. The black woman is a goddess with a little g, no blaspheming. You see, I birthed a nation. And although I attempt to do the best that I can, the pressures of the world is always on my shoulders. I am the least protected, the most disrespected, but yet I find a way to shine. Because everything that I need is already inside of me. It's inside of my DNA. You see, I don't have to be the change. I am the change. I simply just have to be.
Oh. Whoa. Anti-social workers and case manglers call me crazy, lazy, dumb, and a bum. Because my knowledge don't come from the institution. Yeah, I'm a poverty scholar. That houseless mama, that houseless daughter. I'm a poverty scholar. All the people you don't want to see, never want to be, look away from me. What you gonna do, arrest me? We're in your city. Yeah, I'm a poverty scholar and I rock my jailhouse attire. Not because the orange is new black and any more Hollywood crack they're gonna sell you don't believe that. I rock my jailhouse attire because me and my po mama did the poverty crime of being unhoused in this occupied indigenous holler. Yeah, I'm a poverty scholar. The melanin challenge, daughter of a strong Afro-Boricua mama from without whom there would be no me, a mama soltera and a welfare queen. That's WQ, small W, capital Q, welfare queens, super baby mamas. All right, so we each got a piece for you, and then we're gonna close it with the short tribute piece for Laura. So take it away, Mama Nani. You guys go for it, Mama Nani. You said, come on, come on, baby. Come on with it.
All right. We ain't gonna hold y'all up. What the hell? Don't do this. Okay, this is a new piece I wrote. I was pissed off when I wrote it, y'all. I guess the best writing comes out when I'm in a rage. I don't go out and bust my guns and go kill people and go mess up innocent people. The more mad I get, the more I write, and the better I write. So y'all better watch out, suckers. This piece I wrote is called, hold on now. Celibate Whore. All sacrifice and no nookie. I am the celibate whore, thrown out into the rain once again after providing 5-star service and wasn't even offered a washcloth nor an umbrella. I am the best at what I do, blowing away all the negativity that contribute to the earth's demise, devouring that pole that has held millions of nooses with the vice grip of justice, and the climax is liberation. I came for the help because my society pimp brutalized me and gives me a fake booty, destroys my mind and say, get that money. Too many bee imposters in the colony pouring GMO sugar into the honey. The killer bees and forces are dropping like flies. Someone tricked the youth into believing that silly Negroes have no worth, only to be put in the projects as a project and as one of the main people hating and hanging themselves, angry and disrespecting the elders. The Black Klansman is the dude I see on the corner threatening my daughters and spitting in my path. The same fool that I would stand up for if the cops was to kick his ass. I have a habit of defending the same people who hate me. The slave master has gotten into their heads that where the drama is with DMX is more important than the R story or Malcolm X and anything beautiful pertaining to our culture. We reject that shit 100%. This is the devil's land, and this is his country, and I am tired of hoeing for him just to get some public housing, just to go to a public school, just to get a public crumb, and that a damn cockroach can't even live on, and I don't have no privacy. I am in a jam because I cannot afford to flee from the devil. I am stuck inhaling this contagious sickness, and every time I look into the mirror, I am looking more and more like them. I want to fight just like them. I want to cuss and bust them guns at the devil. I want to get violent with the devil because that is what I learned from him. I want to spill the blood of the wicked as they become too comfortable with shedding the blood of the innocent, the elders, the children, the women, our men, the protectors who have been here because they have been reduced to a slug with a dull sword, leaving the warrior woman to be twice as aggressive because she is standing alone. I am not angry at the world. What am I angry for? It was you that terrorized, raped, and beat, and slaved, and turned my brother man against me. Made fun of my skin color, made fun of the texture of my hair, but hey, God and Goddess equipped me with the power to defend myself from such man-made hate. You will not reduce me unless I allow you to. However, this constant attempt on my life and my queenhood will be met with the wrath of the angry ancestors in the sukus made of fire. I protest against the world's suffering. I am the global majority who speaks when no one else will. I will stand up and speak when nobody else will. And I am the one that only look down on the people is when I'm extending my hand to help lift them up. Peace.
We got that. T.
All right, everybody. Good evening. It's nice to see all you guys in the house. Trip Hop is in the house. I just want to say all kind of wonderfulness out there, all kind of beautiful talent. I just want to say, like what you said earlier, Joy, about disabilities being invisible and transparent. Sometimes people don't realize that. I suffer with an autoimmune condition called Graves' disease. I got that in 2011, and it nearly, because I didn't know I had it, and it nearly crippled me. And part of having that kind of condition with autoimmune is like what you eat. And, we all know, like, we're just a nation full of all kind of hormones and diabetes and all kind of crazy stuff. Even when we think we're eating the right stuff ain't being sold to us in the stores. And, sometimes poverty scholars, we ain't got the time and the elements, and sometimes we don't even understand that our food is contaminated with all this poison. Because environmental poisoning is very real, especially for folks with disabilities and autoimmune conditions like myself. It's a real challenge, I feel like a bloodhound every time I walk into somewhere and I smell funk. And, it's like the food too, So, I did this piece and I've been doing it a lot lately because, we are in Berkeley, and believe it or not, Bayer is in Berkeley, Bayer factory. Bayer just bought Monsanto. And that is a problem. Berkeley, come on now, Berkeley, you bought Monsanto. You allowed Monsanto to be here in Berkeley. That's real. I just want to say, my mom passed away in 2016, complications of diabetes, eating a lot of poisonous food, GMOs, and all that stuff. So I'm going to do this piece. It's called Check Your Food. And I've done this, so I'm going to do it again. Genetically modified organisms, how they gonna tell us that's a mechanism for better living? When ignorance and silence is how they keep us, but in reality it's violence, cause that's how they feed us. We've been sold out, that's what it's all about, and left out of the equation, conversation of the Biggity Box Food Corporation up in this capitalistic nation, founded on genocide, or eating pesticide with lies in disguise, while every single one of us dies. Because the assumption of mass consumption of the mass production, artificial flavor to subliminal seduction for your self-destruction, to the advertiser, mesmerizer, hypnotizer. Now you're picking up prescriptions every week up there in Kaiser. Check your food before you wreck for good. You gotta read the label. Cause it's a setup from the get, the super elastic bubble, plastic, melamine, fructose, corn syrup, froggy jeans. Lizard, gizzard, potassium, sodium citrate, Monsanto formulated soy protein isolate. But you see that little bit of water, you see at the top of your body's floating buggies and your ketchup coagulated, infiltrated, disseminated, and you just ate it. Cause the motherfucking homicidal corporation made it. Well, check your food now. Check your food. You gotta check your food before you wreck for good. You gotta read the label. Cause diabetes type 2, that's you. Now what you gonna do? Blood pressure up high in the sky, cataracts in your eye. What a medical industrial complex makes a kid in our communities intentionally. That's why we illin', so check your food before you wreck for good. You gotta read the label. Cause GMO's got to go, GMO's got to go, GMO's got to go, GMOs, we got the right to know. Peace.
I've been thrown into a sea of grieving mothers, an extended family I didn't think I'd ever be. And now I have another label. My son is dead. Is that my new disability? Every mother I know whose child has transitioned has been given medication for their emotions and for their psychological, whatever that is. Victor, Victor, Ajayi McElhaney, Victor Gadiel, Ajayi McElhaney, Victor, 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 Victor. Victor is a child of West Oakland. His mother decided to become a community leader. She didn't want to leave Oakland. She wanted to be a part of this place that's so diverse. She sensed that it was important for us to be revolutionaries versus revolutionaries. The story ends. Victor tragically transitions through being robbed and killed. His name is to be victorious. His energy is to be shifted through us all. Gadiel means conqueror. It is important that we believe in ourselves and the energy because we never shift. Ashe, Aho, Amen.
Well, first of all, I want to say again, thanks to Leroy and Joy and AJ 420 and all the powerful disability scholars. We call ourselves poverty scholars. One of the things me and Leroy talk about a lot is when they deal with issues like homelessness and disability, really people don't care. So I just want to thank every single one of your hearts that's in this room right now, because that is love and care. And so thank you for this. Thank you for this presence. And because of all of you, I want to also say that one of the things that is really powerful that happened this year, along with Crip Hop graphic novel coming out, and by the way, Poor Magazine is in fact Poe, so if you can kick a little down and dip dough over there with the youth scholars, they would appreciate it. But we came out with a big book this year, Poverty Scholarship. Poor people-led theory, art, words, and tears across Mama Earth, and the welfare queens are featured in here. Mama Vivi T, Mama Queen Nandi, the beautiful children, the Taz Foundation, and Mama Adri Candy Corns, Amir and Zaire in the house, Zion, and also announced another youth scholar, Mama Misha, and so many of our folks. Lisa Ganser, the famous chalk person, they're being very calm and humble, but they're a famous chalk writing person. Yes. And their chalk is in the book, as well as a lot of other important stuff. What? Poor people theory, what about that? Hey, what? We have solutions for ourselves. We don't need anybody else to save us. We don't need Joe Crumb, though, because we can figure it out on our own. What a thought. So in honor of that, we went on tour this year, and me and Leroy just hit some really serious race and class profiling back in occupied Miwok territory, Mohawk territory, aka New York. And we're doing a play called Poverty Scholars. So I just want to put it out to this room, that if you're interested in getting up in that theater production, the first rehearsal is going to be in the city on May 14th. It's a Tuesday night at 7 o'clock in the Redstone Building. See us afterwards. And we do them all over, so we can do them in Oakland. We did one in Oakland, we'll do another one. But in honor of this crowd tonight, the piece I'm going to do is called The Cholo Doctor. And if you want to sing along a little bit, there's a little bit of singing, because us poor folks need our music to keep it moving. Right? Angel baby, my angel baby, ooh, I love you, ooh, I do, I love you like I do. The lowrider lecture presents his thesis on the back seat of a Chevy Impala. The word sails through the sky and the narrow institutional school window, refusing to be caught by the mandate of white supremacist tests. The story that only some people can be teachers and others are set for arrest. The Cholo Doctor has lettres behind his name that sway and sashay to the sounds of war and Frankie Ballet. When I hear the Cholo Doctor, my heart skips a beat, because he teaches that the knowledge is within us. Our corazones, our hearts, our almas, puro amor, our hands, our feet, our words, our struggle, la vida loca and the institution can meet. The Cholo Doctor brings medicine to the minds of all of us caught in the trauma of colonization and Gregorian time. To my Boricua ghetto fabulous mama who was told she was nothing and could be nothing and no matter what refused to believe their pinche lies. The Cholo Doctor is your mama, your uncle, your tío, your tía, your abuela, your abuelito, your grandmama, your corner preacher, your gardener, your dishwasher, and lives in your own mind. The lowrider lecturer delivers his lectures in poesía and música and prayer and dreams. The lowrider lecturer is busy. He and she are mixing their trajectories and developing their newest canons while they wash your dishes, mow your lawn, change your sheets, make your burrito with beans. They are having their think tanks and their test prep sessions in the front of the Home Depot. And if you want to pass the test called life, you better listen carefully to their lectures, because they don't have time to repeat them or say them twice. Between holding down 3 and 4 jobs, caregiving for your baby, struggling with false borders and fake notions of who is a scholar and who is a teacher for life. The last thing we'll say, and then we'll be up out of here, is a lot of times for us poor folks, finishing shit is some of the hardest things to do. Right? Can I get a witness on that? Can I get a witness on that? Our trauma is so deep that we like overthink shit, and then we're like, that's not really any good anyway. And I think we even saw Lisa go through some of that at the beginning. But even though we're badass, can I get a witness about our badassery? I love y'all. I love y'all. Right? And so this book is dedicated to all of us, because finishing shit sometimes takes 22 years or 525 years, but that don't mean we go away or we're silenced. So this brings up the issue of my beautiful sister Lori, of our beautiful sister Lori McElroy, who messed with her own mind so many times that some of her most amazing writing never got beyond her heart or her mind. But we were going to surprise her, because her beautiful essay on art, poor people and art, is in and opens the art chapter. And if you haven't read Lori's writing and you've been through struggle, you need to, because it's some healing medicine. But I'll just read the first paragraph, because she's also funny as hell. Right? I took the bus down to the used-to-be low-down parts of the mission. I climbed over SROs, which had almost been pulverized beneath the ride of lofty boxes. I squeezed past the mocha latte, sucking poetry mafia in their faux thrift store chairs in the wasteland of the Valencia cafes. I passed all the places I used to know, until I found Poor Magazine's powerful new mural of resistance, struggle, and revolution on Clarion Alley. The first thing that returned to memory as I beheld it was my experience at the California State Summer School for the Arts. I was part of the writer program. It was the only formal training I had ever received. CSA is where I found counterculture. They were hippie kids, Rastas, punks, gothics, metalheads, skaters, skins, surfers, emos, and even some hip-hoppers. At the time, I thought it was the height of diversity, regardless of the fact that whatever the subculture flavor, the majority of the kids were white. That said, thank you. We love you, GenderKrip. We love you, Soy Love, and Welfare Queens of Poor Magazine. That's what.
Look at me. Without my hearing aid, I look like you right. You wouldn't know if there was something wrong with me, but that's the thing. There isn't anything wrong with me. You treat me like I'm dumb. I'm smart to set out to prove you wrong. You're curious how it's so productive. Because you can't get past the fact that I'm smarter than you think, you yell at me and try to find my faults. You want to shame me and tell other people how useless I am. When you walk into the room with your little cocky attitude, just done because I got backup. You're one man gangster, I'm the mafia. You got a cap gun to a gunfight. You're shaking in your boots while politely smile and silently says, checkmate. You thought you could ambush me, instead I ambush you. You were trying to throw me under the bus, but you didn't know I was the bus driver. You should have paid attention to my resume. I graduated from 2 prestigious universities because I earned it. I watched enough Law and Order to know my rights, put my hands in the air, and I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent because anything I say can will be used against you. No, that wasn't gang sign. My hands were in the air and I remained silent. I just communicated in another way and I said I'm sick of this bullshit. You're intimidated by me and think I take your job. You can relax. I don't want your punk ass job. I think I'm more effective and productive than management. I don't even get paid nearly what you do, but I still get things done in a timely manner. Are you serious? Are you really serious? You talk about loyalty. I believe in loyalty, but that comes after you've proven yourself. Honestly, I don't owe you shit, and I don't have any reason to be loyal to you. If I can't kiss my own ass, then why would I kiss yours? I'm looking out for number one. I'm not falling for anything. I will stand up for myself. While everyone is running in circles around me, timid and panicking, in the midst of the chaos, I'm always standing alone, rolling my eyes with my mouth wide open, ready to get bad. And if that makes me an easy target, then have at it. Because do you really think I'm dumb? Don't challenge me because I won't back down. I've known about this game for a long time and I've studied the rules. You thought you could beat me, and I don't give a shit what you think about me. You learn the hard way. Don't fuck with me, and don't ever insult my intelligence. That poem is called Silently Outnumbered, as you can tell. You probably don't know, but yeah, I wear DNA. These are not Beats by Dre. I wrote that poem because I want a real life experience for me at a job. And what happens is, like, with my head down, like you say, hearing loss is an invisible disability. Not all deaf people wear hearing aids. Not all deaf people are, like myself. I'm in between. It's like being biracial. I can hear, but I can't hear well. So, I mean, like, deaf people get mad at me because I'm in the oral, I'm around hearing people, but then at the same time, I can't fake it. I can hear it. Okay, my bad. But at the same time, I feel like I'm used as a vessel to educate both worlds. That I'm not ashamed of my hearing loss. Thank goodness my family, being a black, coming from a black family from the South, they encouraged me. My mom, she didn't learn sign language because back then, what the doctor told her, the children's hospital down the street, told her she should not learn sign language because I couldn't hear. And they didn't want me to lose the rest of my hearing. Not that that's possible, but you know, that was back in the day. They didn't understand all of that. So my mom didn't learn sign language, but my mom was very encouraging. My family, being from the South, we're black, you know, all shades. I used to come home crying about my hearing aids, and my grandfather was a teacher in East Oakland, well, in Oakland, period. And so my grandfather, we believed in education. And so my grandfather, I came home crying about my hearing loss, and he was like, because some kid didn't want to play with me, and he was like, have you ever been called a nigger? And I said, no. I was like 7 or 8, and I knew what that word was. He said, well, where I'm from, in Louisiana, white people call it niggers for walking down the street. So, I'm an educated black man. They don't care about all of that. I've been in the war. They don't care about all of that. But I know who I am. So when you know who you are and what your purpose is, you can't let anybody's words define you. So from now on, until you've been called a nigger, don't come home crying about your hearing aids. I never did. So, as you can see, the shirt that I'm wearing, it says Oakland Warrior, not the Warriors as in Golden State Warriors, but it has a picture of Huey Newton, Black Panther Party. So I'm born and raised in Oakland, and you know, we're dealing with this whole issue of gentrification. Yeah, exactly. So, born and raised, like literally, just to give you a little background about myself. So, we're in Berkeley. I literally went to school in Oakland. The deaf program, the mainstream program, didn't provide services. My mom wasn't one of those black moms that they had to learn the hard way. My mom was gonna fight for what she wanted for me. My mom worked with me at home. She wasn't one of them, like, I don't know, stereotypical black mothers of the 80s, I guess you wanna say. So my mom worked hard for me. And so when the schools was denying my accommodation, my deaf teacher was like, I can't teach your daughter because your daughter knows, she knows too much. I can't give her that. So she got to be mainstream, blah, blah, blah. So the school district kept denying my accommodations, even though it was stated in my IEP. A lot of people don't know your IEP is a legal documentation. As a parent, you don't let the teacher tell you what your kid needs. You tell them what your kid needs. So my mom just said back then, she just said, fuck it, we just moved to Berkeley. I went to school in Berkeley. So I never left. So I literally went to elementary school at John Muir, went to Willard for middle school, went to Berkeley High. And then, no, I'm not the first in my family to go to college because my family did go to college. I am the first, though, in my family to go to UC Berkeley. So, two of my classmates are right here. So, the other thing is my major was African American Studies. And I'm glad I majored in African American Studies. I wouldn't have met them too in them classes. No, but also African American Studies taught me what I'm about to do in my final poem, as well as in the gentrification poem that I'm about to do. Yeah. The other thing is I also went to Stanford and got my master's in education. So my point is, for all of this, is I'm from East Oakland. I have a hearing disability, and yet I still made it to UC Berkeley on my own merit. My mama didn't have any money to the bus driver, so she didn't pay the school or anything like that. And then I got to Stanford on my own merit. So back to what I'm saying about the whole gentrification poem. So I came back to, I mean, I never left, but I wanted to work in my community because it is important to share our stories, as well as to educate our kids. I wanted to be that role model that I didn't have growing up. The problem is that, well, I'm trying to work in the schools or in the community, but they don't pay us enough. So I gotta live in my house, I live with my mom. I'm a single mother, I'm raising my daughter. What the hell is going on? So it's like this. I'm peeping how things are changing dramatically for the newcomers, but yet when we were asking for these changes, nothing was being done. Okay? You're repaving certain streets for a bike lane. Nothing wrong with bike lanes, but we got cars with the, people commuting. These people that move in here are not gonna take our community job. We take the community job, but yet you won't pay us living wages. We have a fucking problem. So, I wrote this poem thanks to the mayor of Oakland. Yikes. I didn't vote for her, so I didn't even know who the hell she was. By then it was too late. But so we were at an award show called the Oakland Indie Award in 2015, and I was nominated for Social Change Makers. And it was just me and a few other people who were from Oakland at this award show. And the mayor stands up and says, "Let's give it up for the new Oakland." And then this guy, we were like, who's this new Oakland? What are you talking about new Oakland? I'm young. So then we go downstairs to the after party, and there's a Bay Area artist performing, and she's like, "How many of y'all from Oakland?" 3 of us made some noise. How many of y'all from Berkeley? I was the only one that made some noise. I claimed votes. So but out of all of that, we noticed out of all these people that were in that room, it was like hundreds of people in there. Oh, y'all done gentrified it. Yeah. Got it. So y'all New Oakland, we're Old Oakland. This poem came about from that. And before I go into this poem, how many of you remember the story of barbecue back here making us laugh? How many of you know that I was the one who wrote the story first before it went viral? So the people who it happened to, they're my editor at Dope Air Magazine, that also created Panther Times. And if you go to panthertimes.com and just look at the date, I wrote that article, we released that article first before Channel 4 News was like, "Hey, I saw your article, we want to do the story." Yeah, well, that was because of me. So you're looking at someone making So don't say we're not out here making changes, because we are. We just don't have to be on the front line all the time. Okay. Every morning, Monday through Friday at 7:30, 580 West is jammed. From Hackney heading to San Francisco, and right is packed like cans of cider. The city that once wasn't so pretty is being taken over by techies and businesses, pushing our long-time residents and erasing our traditions and culture. We have to be quiet when we congregate because we're disturbing the peace. We have been here for over 40 years, and we have to give up ourselves for them. We're making the neighborhood unsafe and unattractive. They are too, making it look like office spaces and homes and forcing everyone to conform to that idea. We're proud of our city, but we can't afford to live here. The land of Oaks was once seen as a joke. Compared to San Francisco, we were the ghetto. America's #2 city of homicides. We were seen as dangerous. But I guess we weren't so bad at all because we were invaded by people who have privilege. It was reverse the white flight. We have to move 30 minutes to an hour away commuting every day to go to work. We can't afford to live in Oakland when we work in Oakland. However, we're putting all this money into our commute. When we're in certain areas, we're profiled for being in the wrong area. Hold up, this was once my neighborhood until you bought the property. Snitches slash racial profiling online on Nextdoor. Why don't they come out of their homes, experience the cultures, and meet the long-time residents before they displace us? I have to carry my freedom papers to prove I live here. It's technology versus art. White versus people of color. Downtown slash uptown. What the hell is uptown? Versus East Oakland. Oh wait, East Oakland's been taken over too. People don't recognize our sports teams with the N, East Oakland. The Raiders and A's play at the Coliseum, right next to the Orville where the Warriors play. Yet the NBA keeps showing the bag. The fans ride back to the games and back to their home, heading home. Now they be located closer to San Francisco from the west to the east. I can't let them take over my city, but I don't have a choice. I use words and my voice. I have been here my whole life. My family have lived and worked here since the 60s. We give back to our communities by living and working in it. They don't care and they be developing everything. Nothing was done when we were here, but they don't like it, so local government respond to their concerns. They ignore the people cry to have been long-term residents. They ain't changed by having money. I thought being a taxpayer gave me power. No. Being a homeowner and paying property taxes give me power. The renters can't afford to live here, and while the property owners don't live in Oakland, they clean it out and get the ones with money in. My city doesn't look the same anymore, and it's not from diversity. I'm gonna tell you one more story about this poem. So last year, there was this lady, she invited me to speak for this fundraiser to raise money for women in shelters. And then she had the mayor as the guest speaker. Oh, that mayor was climbing in her seat when I performed this poem because how funny, we're having a fundraiser for a problem that you caused. Right. And I'm doing a poem about your ass right in front of you. Hey, that was the highlight of one of my writing careers. Like, so besides that, I forgot to announce, I started off really as a writer. I'm an author. I have 6 books. The poem that you heard is in my short story called Holding On to My Pride, which I wrote talking about our stories as Oakland native or Bay Area native, but mostly Oakland, like dealing with the fact I have a daughter, but I changed the story to that I had a son and what it's like dealing with, like after the whole Trayvon Martin, all of those issues that we're dealing with, gentrification, the whole churches were getting fined. So I shared that in my short story called Holding On to My Pride. It's available on Amazon. I ran out of copies at the last event that we had. And then I do have books with me. The first poem and this last poem that I'm about to do is in my book, Silence is Not Always Golden, The Power of Spoken Words. I have copies. I'm only selling it for $5 because for me it's not about capitalism. It's about sharing knowledge and being that voice for the people. So, yeah. So my final poem that I'm going to do is called I'm a Survivor. So like I said earlier, my major is African American Studies at UC Berkeley. I went to Berkeley High. We're the only high school in the whole nation that has an African American Studies department. And actually just celebrated its 50th anniversary back in October. So I'm excited to do this poem because I'm about to do it in sign language. And if you don't know, there are some words in English that's not translated into sign language that I had to create the context for. So I hope you enjoy this poem. It won awards. I've won awards for this poem. You can catch it on YouTube, everything. I'm a survivor of the transatlantic and trans-American slave trade. I'm a Protestant survivor of rape during slavery. No choice but to carry my babies into this horrible world. My baby's been ripped from my womb and arms. My husband auctioned off the legs for rebellion. I know that because of my skin complexion, I was working in the house saying, yes, master, and acting like I was his loyal subject. Yes, his loyal subject. Subject to all kinds of abuse. While taking care of his family, I'm learning how to read and write and listen to his conversations with one another. While I wash his clothes outside and pass by the other slaves, I sing, wade in the water, to communicate to the others that the water is the key to freedom. I'm a survivor of slaves learning how to read and write. At night, my work is never done. I teach others how to read and write, but I teach them how to hide it so we don't lose the battle of freedom. Certain trees bore spring fruit, and even though they're not grown in front of us, they're grown in someone's backyard. I'm a survivor of the civil rights movement and dogs attacking me because I want to vote. I'm a partisan survivor of the Black Power movement, Black Panther Party, power to the people, of police brutality and FBI instigations and infiltration. Our leaders down for a cause and two rappers on two coasts use the cause of war within our community. They say the best way to hide something from us is by putting it in a book. After all the things I went through to teach us how to read and write in slavery, these two things, which are free, is becoming useless in our community. I'm proud to be from Oakland and Berkeley, two cities that represent change and revolution. I'm Black, not African American. I don't identify with Africans because I don't know what tribe or region I'm from. Because of the one drop rule, I don't know who I was at first. I refuse to call myself an American because I want to call myself something where the country doesn't even want me. They keep finding ways to keep me oppressed for instance. We fought hard for the right to vote, and the moment that we earned it, people aren't registering or getting out there. A right to vote and freedom may be taken away because we're complacent, and we don't know if a war will break out just to put us back into slavery. And we've been experiencing institutional slavery and racism for the past 50 years. But it got real when we had a Black president and he wasn't backing down. They were afraid that he was going to change America for the better and they couldn't have it. It became tougher and tougher for us to vote and express ourselves. There may be 99%, but that 1% controls everything. I'm a fighter and I refuse to give up. I learned from other people that fought for us to be here today, dead or alive. We have the right to live freely. I'm a survivor of all these things because my ancestors built this country and we're being erased out of this history. Pick up a book and learn about the struggles that people went through just for us to be here today. I refuse to let all the movements and those that lay down their life die in vain. And as the late Lady T, Tina Marie, once said, I'm young and I'm old, I'm rich and I'm poor. I feel like I've been on this earth many times before. I used to be a queen on an island by the sea with rainbow-colored people, happy I can be. Thank you. Right. I've been doing that poem forever. And what I love about what we do tonight and all of our hip-hop shows is that it's all about bringing people together, sharing our stories. There, like you said, there are all kinds of disabilities. Some are visible, invisible. But I also like to say, instead of disability, I like to say we have different abilities. Because we do it. And if you guys are witness, we have to keep showing the world that there's nothing wrong with us. People are still shocked when they find out I'm a mom. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with me. No, but we've done so much, but we still have a long way to go. And I remember like what, the whole point of the Black Panther Party is we can't rely on the government or anybody to help us. We have to rely on ourselves, our community, grow our own food. We have to do it ourselves. The power is really in us, but until we realize our own power, nothing's gonna change. So that's my message for all of us. We all have different gifts. Not everybody's meant to be on the front line. Sometimes you do have to be behind the scenes to get something done. Not necessarily being a puppet master, but just to, get in somebody's ear to change their mind about certain things. So, before we get to the final act, before I bring her up again, make sure to support our artists. Some people have merchandise. go up to them at the end of the show and get on their social media handle, follow them, connect. We as artists, we love it when people come up to us and talk to us because we don't know who's in the audience. I mean, I do, but sometimes people come to me later, be like, wow, I saw you. I'm like, when did you see me? Oh, years ago. I'm like, really? So you just never know how, we never know how our work connects with the people. And it's very important that we know that you appreciate our work. So this person that I'm about to bring up again is AJ 420. For those of you who don't know, who joined us in the last half, she's a dope rapper. She moved to, so she really went from the Bay Area to Detroit, to Motown, but she definitely has that Bay Area sound in her music. You're gonna check her out. Make sure she got some EPs, her music is on SoundCloud. Make sure you follow her. Let's give it up for AJ 420, y'all.
Thank you guys so much. It's just a blessing to be here, and there's so many talented artists. Like, it's insane. So, yep. Alright. This song is on my new EP, so I hope you guys like it. Well, like, not giving up, I guess. How can I think about quitting this trip beginning? Could be written in the stars if I work for it. Is it ignoring them mentally strained? I'm always checking statistics to the fucking pain. For me, it's about the art, and I put my heart into this shit before I started out. Get back up on the mic, and I don't really make sense of the quest, bitch. In real life, I never talk. I choke on my spit. I don't want a trip, and I don't own shit. I'm just a lonely person, and music is my sole focus. My purpose, only God knows it. I'm trying to focus on the positive, but it's obvious what the fucking problem is. I'm alone, and I just want my bitch back, but shit don't work like that. Nah. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. I just write raps and I'm trying to take it back. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. I just write raps and I'm trying to take it back. Take it back to the days where bricks on leather, occasional painting on the wall was flatter. It's all an obsession, comfortably numb, didn't even know how. When I ask for it, I don't ask for shit. I explode hot clothes and kettle burns up a motherfucking ass brick. Like the stars in the universe, I fall for it. Like the stars in her eyes. Many couple, your bubble gets bigger, but you'll never know when the struggle comes. Maybe I'll show you something, leave me alone. I'll make it all my own. It's hard work, but it's easy when I get myself. It's a time I was home. Hope I get a couple business today, yo. Just fuck me. I'm a rapper now, I need all that they're gonna love me. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. I just write raps and I try to take it back. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. I just write raps and I try to take it back. I got more rumors for y'all. Y'all are awesome. I got it. Alright. I'm gonna take you on the ride for life, for journey through the undefeated same person, and the savages ain't worth it. Should I do? I'll never be perfect. That arise, dead in the sky. Wanna be the world that we live in, and I'm praying I'm forgiven. No, I'm not talking about religion. I ain't no Kumari, no picture of perfection. I need a resurrection. Taking sips from the fountain, and now I'm drowning in and out town. Never had a place to settle down. Mom, can we stick around? raps and I'm trying to take it back. Shit don't work like that. Shit don't work like that. Yeah. Shit don't work like that. I just write raps and I'm trying to take it back. That was awesome. I see what's awesome. Thank you. Okay, this song is kind of different vibe. It's impossible to know who really matters. It's impossible to know who's really there. And it's no one who really cares. Let's get lost in the moonlight, run away from the text, moving steadily through the sky. I see through the skies is the light in the summertime, bitch. That's how far I'll go, I'll never be cold. Never sell out my soul to the devil's control. Yeah, I've got my role, and simply the fact is, yeah, that's not the goal. And I'm a walking contradiction, you should walk contradiction. Crazy life we're living, pretending that it's fiction. Cause I don't wanna live in the real world. I don't wanna live in the real world. I'm a walking contradiction, you should walk my fiction. Crazy life we're living, pretending that it's fiction. Cause I don't wanna live in the real world. I don't wanna live in the real world. Let's walk on the clouds, or even better, the stars or the sun, basically the same weather. Cause the rain falls in off the rooftop over lonely people and it never stops. I feel like I let you punch me in the gut, hit me in the head, make me dead, and I still want you. Because see, and I love you. I'm a fucking rarity, never seeking clarity, taking all this charity. It's a sad place to be, I don't know who the fuck I wanna be. I'm God, bottle of Patron, thought I was a god, but I'm closer to a rock. All in all, it's alright, but 7 in the morning, still high as a kite. I'm God, yeah. I'm a walking contradiction, you should watch my diction. Crazy life we're living, pretending that it's fiction. Cause I don't wanna live in the real world. I don't wanna live in the real world. I'm a walking contradiction, you should watch my diction. Crazy life we're living, pretending that it's fiction. Cause I don't wanna live in the real world. I don't wanna live in the real world. Alright. Go for the next song. Alright, awesome. So this is the last song for you, it's a little fun. Alright, I want everyone to dance. I want everyone to dance right now, okay? Yeah. That motherfucking music. Yeah. You ain't no I don't give a shit. You are crazy, fuck you, you a stupid bitch. On the past, I'll learn to step in my cup, but I'll conquer it, so I throw it up. Lights up in the sky, I'll do the day watch. They wonder why, they got up hella high. These phones, but these guys don't give a shit on the line. That's what it's like, motherfucker. I said that's what it's like, motherfucker, yeah. Go down to the rodeo. All the bitches are out of control. Go down to the rodeo, yeah. Don't let your shit out of control, get out. Get out, you stupid bitch. Sit on down, sit on down. Come back here to the ass around. You hate I'm not crazy, fuck you, I'm stupid. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, take the everything. Yeah, through every fight, places. On the ground, yeah.
I'm gonna have to be in the background.
first break, I've been shook.